All right, hey everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to the WTCF podcast. It's Charlie here. I'm going to talk a little bit quiet because I'm kind of like out in the open at work, but you can't see that. But other people might hear me, so I'm just going to do it quietly. So this week, this week we go ahead and cover the intention. You know who's going through a lot right now? Literally everyone. Just be kind. So the thought process behind here is that everyone recognizes that they have their own struggles, issues, things that are overwhelming, difficult that they're working through, whether that be in their business lives, their personal lives, their family lives, all these other things. Again, they can all stack, and then depending on like how you feel within yourself, those insecurities or whatever else can kind of compound a lot of the issues that we hold within ourselves. Then you have to think you're the only one who's experienced life through your lens, and everyone else has experienced life through their own lens. Basically, saying that the things that they struggle with might be really easy for you, and vice versa. So the idea is to kind of recognize that we get so wrapped up in our own struggles and our own day-to-day stuff that we don't even realize all the other things that are kind of happening around us. And it can be really, really difficult for us to go ahead and be kind to somebody else because we think that we're just focusing in on only our own problems and not really recognizing that somebody else might be going through a whole lot. So if we take some time and just kind of recognize, even if for a moment, that hey, this person is struggling through something. And maybe the best thing that I can do is to listen to them or to kind of help them resolve something that's there. So let's go ahead and dive into that just a little bit. You can offer some genuine advice and encouragement. Hey, how you doing? Or hey, you're doing a great job, or I appreciate you, could mean a lot to somebody else. To often just pause before reacting into it. This is something that I still deal with because I allow myself to get into those places. So I kind of just naturally react to things, and I'm trying to do better about developing into that one. So today I had a really good opportunity, and instead of raising my voice and getting mad and yelling about it, I proceeded to just get calmer and calmer about the situation, and then I addressed it differently with my superiors after the fact. It was like, hey, this interaction is occurring. This is how I went about it. This is the direct problem, and then here's my opinion at the end of what's going on. Right. So I don't start with, hey, I'm mad at so and so because they're an idiot. It's more along the lines of like, hey, this has been now shown dozens of times. The simple aspect of doing XYZ should be common practice. Am I wrong in thinking that these should be understood at this point? How should I present these things differently and just understand that somebody else is struggling, right? So I shouldn't go ahead and harp onto those things, but recognize that they have their own issues that they're going to go ahead and deal with. Also, they just be present. Sometimes just sitting down and listening to somebody else's problems. I know for myself that I'll sit down and kind of have a like a solo discussion and just kind of like voice my concerns out loud so I can hear them. Or I'll ask somebody when I already kind of know the answer to my own question and just be like, hey, I'm thinking about this. How would you approach something like this? So again, being present and listening and trying to help somebody through that. It could be something as simple as just checking in with somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. I'm falling victim of that as well. There's probably a few people that I should, go give a phone call to. I actually got a message today from somebody that I haven't heard from in a while, and I thought that was really kind of interesting because I started posting about my own fitness journey. So I've recently increased my squat and my deadlift pretty well, especially for being 40 years old. That I am now deadlifting the heaviest I've ever deadlifted, and I'm just under the heaviest I've ever squatted. So feeling really excited about those ones. So just kind of like hearing those things and just kind of having somebody else celebrate you for a second could really help out just to be kind. It was a really tough journey to get there. Or, excuse me, or just to be patient with yourself. Again, going through um, all of these other issues within ourselves, we can sometimes make a mountain out of a molehill and make things a lot more than it needs to be to handle a specific circumstance or situation. But we need to go ahead and just take time to realize that the world doesn't just revolve around us. I think it's really important to have a healthy relationship to self and recognize that you should be the main character of your movie, but you're not going to be the main character in every scene of it. Sometimes there's going to be supporting characters that do need their time to shine to kind of help out so they can help teach you or learn from that. So for this week, hopefully we can all learn to look beyond ourselves a little bit more, or recognize that other people are going through some issues, or just be open and honest and try to help somebody get to a better spot from something that they're currently working on. And that could be all the difference in making somebody, you know, feel better about themselves or to overcome something that's really, really difficult. So, on that note, I wish you good luck.